I think I must be one of those very few Singaporeans, I think 12 of us, who only did six weeks of national service. Some of them asked me, what is your rank? I said, I'm a recruit. What, you're a doctor, you're a recruit? I said, yes, I'm a recruit. I don't hold any ranks. How the hell did it happen, they asked me. Then I gave them this, I told them exactly what happened. I said, when the army wanted doctors to to look after their soldier boys, 12 of us were selected from a class of 56. Now, to us it is not national service, because how can you call national service? Because if national service, all of us must be enlisted, but only 12 of us. So you must make to us very clearly, is this an enlistment exercise, or is it just a selection of certain people you think better suited to the armed forces? But there was no such reply. We were all roped in, and all of us were given the rank of the recruit. And well, we accepted it. We went through all the military training and so on. I remembered I had to, for the first time in my life, I got to use this AR-15. But I think I must be among the 12 the worst in my ability to use the rifle, because somehow or other my left eye is not that strong. So I always miss my target, and I think I got the label of being the worst shooter in that group. But having said that, we were talking about principles. We were discussing on whether it was correct for them, whether they made a mistake. It's not that we are against national service. We all were so proud to go and do national service. But we were not too happy with the manner in which we were all brought in and left hanging, you know. We were not given we were not told exactly what type of role that we should do. And then when I discussed with the authorities there, I told them, look, maybe we should get together and plan. I said, so I drafted a plan with some of my doctors. I said, we draft you this plan, because this plan will help you to make sure there's a constant flow of doctors from the armed forces to the Ministry of Health, back and forth. It was we planned it amongst ourselves. We didn't have all the data with us, but the 12 of us we were all quite good students, so we were all able to do all this planning for them. But they didn't, I don't know, because they have no plans, they just wanted to just rush through a course for us to be able to run with the soldiers. So we were running with the 18-year-old boys. They are like wild horses, and we were like tame horses, but we kept on with them. And I think some of us did quite well, you know. I could scale the wall. A couple of my friends can't even scale the wall. But having said all that, the principle of bringing us there was not correct, because they have no plans for us. And many of my other friends were not called up. They were all going to specialize. They were all given good opportunities. So we all lost out on opportunities. Some of us wanted to be surgeons, some of us wanted to be specialists, but that ruled us out because we were all drafted into the national service. And they wanted to give us the rank of a lieutenant. Now, I told them that, okay, we will accept if I have not been asked to go into the armed forces. And you asked me to accept the rank, I might accept, because I wouldn't have understand the meaning of rank in the army. But once I'm in the army, I know what rank means. And I think the doctor should be given the rank of the captain. So I fought very hard, because I felt that if I don't fight hard, my doctors coming after me will have a lower rank, and I don't know whether they can perform their duties effectively. So we stuck to them. Of course, our pay was only about a miserable $162 or something per month, compared to our outside friends, our colleagues who were not drafted in, earning $1,000 over then. So to us, there was this unfairness. And we were all not used to the way the army was being, the way the army treat army boys. Some of the chaps who commanded ours, who were in charge of us, they also used a lot of vulgar words, and we all couldn't understand why such vulgarity should be expressed. So we fought back. We argued with them. And they wanted to, I remember they said that they want to charge us for insubordination and want to send us to some prison camp. We also quite new, we didn't know what it meant. So we were asked to march because we were disobeying orders and so on. So at the end of the day, they let us off. So we didn't understand. So I wrote all letters to the ministers on the behalf of my group, but nobody apparently took note of what we were saying. So one day we got a call. They met all 12 of us and gave us letters. You can all leave National Service, or you can come back and join us on certain terms, you know. So I said, are you asking me that? Are you telling me that I can leave National Service? I thought it's only the president who can who can actually sign such things, you know. National Service, I said, is so important. It shows that because we read a lot, we understand the whole constitution pertaining to National Service. So I signed. As you give me the option to leave, I leave. So I left. And all my friends signed. But the sad part of it was, I remember the commander said, you sign on the dotted line. You will get no job at all in any government institution. I was shocked. I said, how can they do that? But I said, never mind. Just sign and go. So I remember telling the commander, I said, if you are telling me that by signing that on that paper, I will get no job with the government, if you take it as a threat, I will sign. I said, because I don't like being threatened. So I signed, and true enough, you know, when I left National Service, I applied to work for the Ministry of Health because I have a 7-year bond with the Ministry of Health. And the Ministry of Health told me that the Ministry of Health no longer employ doctors, and that all doctors to be employed got to go through the Ministry of Defense. We just came out from the Ministry of Defense. We are not going back. And I remember telling the officer, if after all my years of training as a medical doctor, you think I can't fend for myself, I think you're wrong, I said. And if really I can't fend for myself, I told them, I should have given back everything I've been taught in the university. I don't deserve to have gone to the university. So I left. And it was quite sad because, you know, your mother depends on you as a doctor to start getting to earn some money. And here you got no job as a doctor. No job because I think it was a very vindictive move. They actually made it so, I was so angry with the government at that time. That's why when I was asked at my first interview as a PAP candidate, I said I was never enamored with the PAP. But people ask me, why do I still join? I said it's because if I have to change, I can't change from outside, I want to change from within. So that's how my stint in the NS cost me and my friends lost opportunity to become specialists. But I'm not taking it against the government, I'm not taking against anybody. I just regard it as one phase of my life that I went through. It was a good learning experience, and I know how that in any situation you have to be on your own. Nobody will help you in such a tight situation.